Now, let's talk about rounding of numbers to 2, 3, and 4 significant figure. 2, 3, and 4 significant figure. First of all, let us explain what significant figure is. If you've been following us since, you know that numbers in hundreds, in fact the 65 millions happens to have only 2 figures, isn't it? Which is 6 and 5. Now, the next number there, now the other ones we did had only 1 figure. Now, if you've been following, okay, 1 million has only 1 million and 6 zeros. 2 million has 1 figure and 6 zeros. So this is one significant figure. Any number that is having 2 numbers with only zeros is 2 significant figure. 3 numbers and only 0. Let me say 3, 6, 3, 0. This is 3 significant figure, 2 significant figure, and 1 significant figure. Now with this, I think I've made explanation of what significant figure really is. But let's use a question to tackle this rounding of numbers. We have a number like 124.66, and they ask us to round it up to 1, 2, 3 significant figure. No problem, we will do that. We'll do just that. First thing first, let's start with 1 significant figure. Now I have 124.66 and I want to round it off to 1 significant figure. First thing first, I told you 1 significant figure must have only 1 number. Only 1 number. Now, so the number will only come when we must have finished approximation. So let us approximate. This is 6 and it's more than 5, right? So automatically we push it to 10 because it's more than 5. We push it to 10 and we write 0 and carry 1 and add it to the next number, which is making that 6 at the back 7. Now 7 is more than 10 also, more than 5 rather also. Now we approximate it to 10, adding our 0 and pushing 1 to the next number, which makes that number 5. So I have point. The point now will come in. Now I have point. I'll have 5. But this 5 now is the starting point of every approximation to 10. So any number from 5 to 9, we can approximate it to 10. So this number is 5. We approximate it to 10. Thereby, it turns to 0, and the number is moved to the next number, which is 2. 2 plus 1 will be called 3. But 3 is not up to 5. Since 3 is not up to 5, what we will do is we will just make sure that that 3 turns into 0, and we will not add 1 here. So we have 1. This is the number in 1 significant figure. So we are done with 1 significant figure. Let's go to 2 significant figure. 1 is 1 number, 2 is 2 numbers. So we have 1264.66 to 2 significant figure. Okay, with this number we'll do 2 significant figure. We'll do 3 significant figure. I will do 4 significant figure. Okay, so let's move to first significant, 2 significant figure. We have 124.66. So we want to push it to 2 significant figure. This thing means we are going to approximate this number to get 2 numbers only. So I have 6, 6, 4, 6. So we have 1, 2 left to get our 2 significant figure. So let's approximate these 4 remaining numbers. 6 is more than 5, so we call it 10. Or that as 0, carry 1 to the next number, and that 6 automatically turns to 7. Now, the 6 here that turns to 7 is more than 5, so we call it 10. Whereas we carry 1 to the next number, which automatically turns that 4 to 5. Now 5 is the starting point of approximation, so we call 5 10. So we write our point and we write it 0 and take 1 to the next point, making that 6 7. Making that 6 7. Now 7 is more than 5, so we call it 10, taking it to the next point, making that 2 to be 3. We have 1 3 0. So this one is for 2 significant figure. 2 significant figure. Alright, the second one is 3 significant figure. Alright, meaning that we have 3 numbers. If we are followed now, you know that this one will have 0, this will have 0, we have our point, and have our 0. Now this 6 turns to what? 7. We have our 2, we have our 1. This is our 3 significant figure. 3 numbers are seen. 1 2 3. Why is this 7? Why is this 6 turned to 7? Before here took 1 because this is more than 5. It changed to 10 and it turns to 0. I will take our 1 and push it to 4. And it turns to 5, and 5 is the starting point of approximation. And we make that 5 to be 10, and we write our 0 and took the 1 and add it to the next number to 6, and it turns to 7. I've been repeating it from the first class, so you should follow. Alright. First significant figure is just these 4 numbers. Now we have 1 2 6. These ones does not change. Remember, we approximate, I'll be coming back. This 1 2 6 remain unchanged. It is this 4th one that it will touch because that's the last number. Now we have 6 here, which is more than 5. We turn it to 10 and we have our 0. This one 7 turns it to 10 and have our 0. And that one moves here, changing this 4 to what? 5. We have 1265.004 significant figure. Significant figure is this rounding off is almost the bedrock of approximation. I have some questions we are going to move down to, and we are going to use those questions to explain what approximation is really talking about. So we are trying to see how we can solve these questions. Now the question says, in a state budget, it was decided that 1971170 will be spent on agricultural research. We will bring those numbers down, no worry. How will the finance commissioner present these in his speech? State your answer in 3, 2, or 1 significant figure. Now, this is just a very practical question. You being a financial officer, you want to state this budget, that this particular money, how are you going to interpret it? Are you going to say so and so money? How are you going to put it? Alright, before you do it, you need to do your mathematics. You need to check the approximate, and just approximate to check the numbers that you are going to use. If it will be below, it will be above. Alright, now let us go down to the figures. We have 19711170. Let's count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That means 3 3. So I have 19,711,170. Are we following? So that's the way it is. What we'll do now is we have to approximate. We said that we should state our question in 3, 2, or 1 significant figure. The first thing to do is to know your place value. If you can put your place value well, I think you can get that answer. Okay, so we have 19,711,170. So let's see how the finance commissioner is going to present this speech. So in 3 significant figure, we have it to be, we count the 3 figures we expected to be 1 2 3. So expected to have 197 something or 198 something, but let's be sure. Okay, so I have to approximate. Now this is 0. 0 is nothing, so we have put that one as 0. This is 7. 7 is more than 5. So approximate it to 10 and take 1 to the next number, which is 1, making that one 2. So 2 is not up to 0, it's not up to 10, so we push it down to 0. This one is 1, it's not up to 5, push it down to 0. This one is 1, push it down to 0. So what we're having is left with 7, 9, 1. So now, if the person wants to say it as a speech, he will still not forget his place value. Wow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 19,700,000. That is what it is approximated to. Now, how are you going to state it in your speech? That is what matters. Now, alright, let us understand something. That this means 19.7 times 100,000. This is what it is. 19.7 times 100,000. Now, if you want to state it as a speech, what you have to do is 19.7 million. This one is in 3 significant figure. Now, the finance officer is expected to say, we are spending 19.7 million on agriculture. More than 19.7 million, because they have some little fraction in front of it. So it's going to say we are going to spend about 19.7 million or more than 19.7 million. Hope we are following. Good. So that is it for this particular question for 3 significant figures. Let us go to 2 significant figures. Now we want to answer this question in 2 significant figures. Now, the number that you have is 19,711,170. Now it's naira. Now this is the money they give to the finance officer. Now I want to give a speech on how the money is. But first of all, we need to understand how we can approximate it to get it into significant figures, so that to put the speech, you will know how to put it. So we have it to be in this manner. We have this to be 0. This is more than 5, so we turn it to 10. And we'll put the 1 to the next number, which is 2, which is not up to 5, right? 0. Not up to 5, 0. Not up to 5, 0. More than 5, so we write 0 and carry 1 to the next number. Now, when we carry 1 to the next number, automatically it turns to 10. Isn't it? Good. It turns to what? 10. Now we write our 0 and push the number to the next number, which makes this one what? 2. Isn't it? So we have 20. Now let's count our place value. 0001, 0002. Are we following? Now automatically the finance officer is not going to state this number in 2 significant figures. It's not. Why? Because there is only one figure that is being seen. So he's going to state it in 1 significant figure. I want us to solve so that you understand. It's not going to state the answer in 2 significant. It's going to state in 1 significant figure, because after the approximation we ended up having 2 instead of 1.9 or 1.8. Assuming this place, this 7 is something like 4, 3, 2, 1. We have 19.0000 or 19,000. Now we say is approximately 19 million. Hope you are following. Now after 19, what the next thing you get is 20. So you approximate automatically. There will be what we call automatic approximation of the 19 to 20, because 1 moving from 7 comes to the 19 automatically turns it to 20. Are you following? Okay, now that's that for this particular question. The finance officer is not going to present this speech in 2 significant figures. Rather, he will present it in 1 or 3 significant figures. That's the reason why in 3 significant figures we have 19.7 million, while in 1 significant figure we have 20 million. So it's going to say about 20 million is being spent on agricultural research, or about 19.7 million is spent on agricultural research. That is it in approximation. You have to check your place value. Once you've gotten your place value, approximate the numbers. Any number that is from 5 to 9, you approximate it to 10. Any number that is from 4 to 1, you approximate it to 0. If the number is 10, approximate the number is from 5 above to 9, approximate it to 10, and write 0 and push the 1, add 1 to the next number that is following it behind. Hope you are following. Alright, I think that's that for approximation. Let us move to estimation.